you imagine the odor that comes from a fire when it's even a fire like in one room, the odor is just amazing. And so then you got to come back into that house, and you have this huge odor, and it can be quite something. Now, the acid that's produced in a lot of complex fire, one of the acids is like a hydrochloric acid. Anybody know what hydrochloric acid is? Anybody have a pool? Muriatic acid, which you put in the pool, is actually made up of hydrochloric acid. Actually, there's hydrochloric acid in our stomachs, among other things, that helps digest our foods. But hydrochloric acid is actually, I mean, it can burn you. And I've got some hydrochloric acid right here to make sure that you totally remove that. Obviously, odor doesn't exist unless a nerve impulse occurs. So if there's no reception, there's no odor. And that's why if somebody were to say to you, even a policy owner, there is still an odor in that house, and you go over there and there's no odor, and the adjuster goes over there and there's no odor, well, there really could be. They have just different receptors. You got to realize you both can be right before we discount that. The odor material must be airborne to be smelled. Only materials that become airborne actually can be smelled because they have to get into your nose and trigger that. Now, kind of something we've already talked about, but just depending on the odor, people respond differently. In fact, even you guys, some of you responded a little more negatively to some of the bad smells. Others were like, okay, it smells bad. Other people are like, oh my, please get that as far away from me. And that's an important thing to kind of note. Unpleasant odors are important. We talked about your water pipes, right? That lets you know something was bad. So odor isn't always bad. People also associate odor with the quality of work. And so when we're done with a job, we have to be kind of sensitive about what odor is left there. Even if it's an okay odor and everything's clean. Because if you've ever had somebody do work for you and there's a negative odor, you think something's not right here. And I've gone into places and you just go, I don't know what it is. Something's just not right. And you don't know. You really don't know what it is. And so if you can give them a pleasant aroma, it's the same thing like why do realtors bake cookies in their open houses, right? They want to give you the sense of everything is good. Grandma's in the kitchen, or whatever it is, it's all good. And so odor is really an important thing. And it's common for customers to smell something that's been cleaned, and the cleaning smell,
it's negative.
Yeah, is negative. So that's something else that's important to know.